Hey there everyone, it's Wilderness Wednesday. My name is Silly Ranger Steven for San Bernardino County Regional Parks. In the previous video, you spent some time with Casey from Wildlife Adventure Time and she explained a little bit about our next craft presentation, the Tegu. Now with crafting this Tegu, there's a couple things that you'll need. Other than your paper that you're going to sketch cool designs on, whatever you would like on either side, on both sides. You will need scissors, a stapler or some tape, a black marker, and some glue. Alright, so with crafting the Tegu, first things first, after we've drawn our designs on both sides of this piece of paper, we're going to fold it hot dog style, right? So the long way is going to be laying toward you, just like this on the paper. Fold it on the long side there, press it down nice and hard, just like that, really long folded piece of paper. You're going to go ahead and open that back up. We're going to fold each side into the center of our paper here, as you can see. You're going to fold it over just like that, right into the center crease of your paper on both sides there. Just like so. So it opens up kind of like a book. So when you do open it up, you've got 4 really nice creases in your paper, just like that. Our next folding steps, you're going to take it, lay it down on the table just in front of you like that. We're going to take each corner from the sides here and fold it into a point on our paper here. Right into the center line, just like that. Kind of like, if you know how to, kind of like folding a paper airplane. Just on both sides, just like that, making a point nice and tight up into the front, like that. And then we're going to do it again. Fold it again, just like you did the first time. This one's going to be a little bit harder to fold because there's so much thick paper in the way there. But if you force it, it should be good. Nice and easy. Make sure you press down nice and tight so you get your really nice folds in your paper. Just like that. Okay? So as you can see, we folded it from right there. Folded it in just one more time. Made a big arrow, kind of like a paper plane. So when you open it up, you have all these really nice technical folds. You fold it in half, hot dog style, one more time like we did in the first step. And if you can see from the video here, you're going to have a nice diagonal line coming from the top of your paper all the way down into the corner of your paper with that nice design on the front of it there. That's the line that we're going to cut. Okay, but once you cut that piece of paper, this side here, do not throw that away. We're going to use that just a little bit later here. Right, guys, after you would cut that piece of paper just like that, this is going to be the main body of the Tegu. It's going to slink down just like this, and I'm going to show you how to make it do that. Alright, so as you're looking at it, if you fold it under like that, you can see the body shape, just like that. But Silly Ranger Steven, how does it slink like that? It's no fun if it doesn't move around. I understand. Let me show you how. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut down the spine of our Tegu here, just past the fold mark, just right there. You don't want to go all the way down because obviously that piece of paper would fly off. But you just want to cut just past the fold line because that's what gives it the bend in its back, just like the Tegu moves. Alright, so when you're cutting the strip down here, you want to make sure that you don't go too far down into the region of the tail. Okay, the Tegu has a really nice strong tail and we want to keep it that way in our craft. So make sure that you don't cut maybe just a little bit past this last little cut here. Leave that tail nice and strong just like the Tegu has. So as you can see, we fold the body in just like that, and now we have our slinky Tegu body, right? We're going to keep this here. I'm going to use my stapler just because it helps my craft stay together just a little bit longer. And you're going to staple the body closed just like that. Just like that. The next thing we're going to need for our Tegu craft here is legs, a head, and a tongue. So with your craft piece of paper, remember we want to recycle as much as we can and reuse as much paper as possible. You're going to trace out and cut out the legs for your Tegu. Now this really helps if you trace it out the first time, because once you make a really nice foot or a leg for your Tegu, you can just use that foot and plop it down and trace over it again so you can get the same legs on all four sides. Alright, so if you can see it there, I drew out a really nice lizard leg there. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out and keep that out so I can trace over it for all four of my Tegu's legs. So after you cut it out, like I said, use the rest of your scratch paper to place it down, trace over it with your black marker, and make the same legs on all four sides. After you're done tracing your four legs out, of course we have to cut them out of the paper here. Alright, so after you're done tracing and cutting out all your four legs, you're just going to glue them to the underside of its body. Glue, tape, staple, whatever you need to do to make sure that Tegu's legs stay underneath him. Alright, and there we go. So now our Tegu has legs. He can run around and chase after all that prey he's chasing after. So the next thing you're going to want to do is keep that piece of scrap paper, just like you did before, and trace out a template for its head. After you're done tracing out your template there, you're going to go ahead and cut out your Tegu's head. Remember, you need a front, a top, and a bottom jaw. So after you're done cutting out your template, just go ahead and slap it down on the other piece of paper you got there, your scrap paper, and trace the bottom jaw. And cut it out. Alright, so there we go. We've got his top and his bottom jaw. And just like his feet, go ahead and just glue it on and stick it up to the top of his body here. All nice and easy. Make sure you get a little bit of a fold in it to match his spine there so it stays nice and tight. You're going to glue that in there nice and tight. Make sure you press down as much as you possibly can to make sure that glue or that staple or that tape holds on so your Tegu can make it home with you. Alright, and there you go. And as you saw in the video, the Tegu does have a tongue. So if you want to, you can always cut out a tongue, trace it on your scratch piece of paper that we have here, and cut it out nice and easy. There you go, there's your Tegu tongue. And again, just throw some glue on it and make sure you place it on the lower jaw because that's where the tongue stays in the Tegu's mouth. And just like that, guys, we have the Tegu. Great and mighty powerful. Alright guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did creating this Tegu for us. If you have any comments or any questions, please put your Tegus, your pictures down below. We want to see them. We want to see how fun you guys had with this. Please let us know. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Bye.